Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about some of my tips for helping your hair grow. My hair's probably grown about 2 inches in the past year and a half, so I'd say that's pretty good for me because usually my hair didn't really retain its length for long because it broke off a lot. I have really thin hair, the strands are really fine, and I don't have a lot of hair, so it's really easy for my hair to break off. But a lot of these things have really helped me, so I'm going to be talking to you about my favorite tips, some of my favorite products. So I'm just going to turn around and kind of show you guys how the length looks. So that's about where my hair falls to. It's about where my bra strap is, a little bit below, but definitely has grown in the past months. So this is just to kind of give you an idea of how long it is right now from the side. And then just pull to the front. Looks like this. It is a little bit curled right now, so. So first I'll just get started with tip number 1, and that is to not use heat on your hair or use it as little as possible, because that's one of the things that's going to make your hair break off more. If you do have to use heat, the heat protectants are your best friend. Don't use Tresemme Heat Tamer. I don't think that's a good one. This one is the one I swear by Rusk. It's amazing and it really does give you protection. My next tip would be to use a protective style. So that just means I used to do a bun. I'll insert the bun I used to do. I did that for 4 or 5, 6 months, and that helped my hair to grow tremendously. Probably one of the things that helped it, because I wasn't using heat, and if I was just using it on little baby hairs if they got curly. But that's pretty much it, and those protective styles are going to help your hair to grow and not to break off as easily. My next tip is not to wash your hair so much, and I usually wash my hair maybe once every 2 weeks. I don't like to wash it a lot because it gets super stripped no matter what I do. It depends kind of how I'm feeling, what products I've been using, so definitely listen to your particular hair. If you use a ton of products, you might have to wash it more if you have more oily, but my hair is not oily at all. It gets a little bit of buildup, but I work with it better with a little bit of buildup, you know. So one of the things you can use is dry shampoo, and I've got this one by Oscar Blondie. This one's great. It's one of those powders that's white. If you don't like that, if you have darker hair, that one blends out pretty well, but if you have darker hair and you don't like the white ones, this is by Swab, and this one works really great too. It's an aerosol can. Another big thing that I want to stress to you guys is protecting your hair at night. A lot of times we leave our hair down when we sleep or in tight ponytails, but what you want to do is you could use a headband or a little scrunchie like we used to use back in the day when we were kids. And use that to put your hair in a ponytail, and then what I like to do is wrap it into a little bun and then use another one on top of that to hold it in place, just so you're creating it's nice and held up and out of the way, and it doesn't get all broken off while you sleep. Another thing I like to do is put a giant headband across the front of my hair to protect that, and also that helps to preserve your style if you've straightened it the night before. I've definitely noticed a huge difference in wrapping my hair, and it also helps so I don't have to straighten it as much, so it's like a win-win. My next tip is to use good conditioners and shampoos, and by good I don't mean expensive. I just mean something that's going to be good for your hair, doesn't have a lot of sulfates or parabens, just stuff that's not going to strip your hair. I have 2 different options here for shampoos, and this one's by Aveeno, and it's sulfate free, so it's going to be a little bit better. It's got some more plant-like ingredients in there that are going to be great. And also this one by Enjoy, which is the higher end. It's sulfate free, hydrating, pH balanced, everything. This doesn't strip out my hair, and it's really awesome. For conditioners, the cheaper option would be this Tresemme Split End Remedy, and it says after 3 washes you notice a difference, and I used this 3 times consecutively just to see, and I really did feel like it helped a little bit. I think it actually does work, so that's a good option if you're on a budget. But my favorite is the Joico Moisture Recovery. I get these at Marshall's, and they're really cheap. You can get them at Ulta too, but this bottle is only $15, and for this size, that's a great deal. For a nice moisturizing conditioner, you really can't beat that price, and this one is a really great brand as well. I love all the Joico products. Another tip is I would suggest everyone get a deep conditioner. It doesn't really matter the brand. I like to use coconut oil, which is very, very cheap. You can get it at Trader Joe's, or the Moroccan oil, which is a little bit more pricey, but both of these work really great for moisturizing your hair. And I just like to leave the coconut oil on before I actually wash my hair and then rinse it out. And then this one just use in the shower and follow it up with your conditioner. Next, I would highly recommend that you cut your hair yourself. And a lot of you might be scared about this, but it's really one of the best ways to ensure that you don't get too much taken off while you're trying to grow your hair. Because hairstylists, okay guys, I've never gotten a haircut from a salon ever in my life. I am like terrified that they're gonna cut too much off. I always hear about people just like having bad experiences, so I just always cut my hair myself. I have this brand of scissors by Shape, and I get them from Ulta. These are great for just doing tiny, tiny, tiny little trims called dusting, where you take off less than like a half an inch of your hair. This is just a way that it's a technique that's used when you're trying to grow out your hair. So you're just cutting off what is absolutely necessary to cut off to get off a little bit of those split ends, and it helps your hair to continue growing healthily. So as far as tools that I use for my hair, I have this wide tooth comb by Wet Look. It's from Sally's, and this is just a wide tooth comb. Everyone needs one of these if you're going to try to grow your hair out. You're going to want to detangle with one of these, and also maybe use it to disperse conditioner while you're in the shower. And the other one that I use is this brush by, I forgot what the Brush Lab I think is the brand, and it's got boar bristles and the plastic bristles on it. This is a must. This helps to not tangle your hair, but it also makes it so you can get it smoothed out and it doesn't really rip out your hair. So a brush like this is an absolute necessity and has helped me a lot. Next, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about moisturizing and sealing. This is one of the integral parts of my hair care routine, and I think everyone should do this. So as far as moisturizers go, I like this Nexxus Humectress leave-in conditioner, and I just spritz this on my damp hair. You can also do it on dry hair as well. Then what you're going to want to do is follow it up with an oil. Whatever oil you have, Moroccan oil, argan oil, cheap oil like castor oil, whatever kind of oil you like. I tend to use coconut oil just because it's what I have. And so what that's going to do is you're using the moisturizer first so that you can moisturize your strands, and then that oil is going to act as a barrier from any of the elements. It's also going to help lock in that moisture. So that helps to help with breakage, split ends, all of that kind of stuff. So if you're doing it in that order, and moisturizing and then sealing, it makes a big difference in how your hair feels and how it looks, and also how it grows. Next, for protein, this is my favorite product by Fakai. It's their protein fortifier, and you want to use this. I like to use it on damp hair when I just get out of the shower, spritz it towards the ends, and this is going to help really strengthen your hair. This has helped me with so much breakage. I don't really get nearly as much, and also my split ends. This I also like to use after I give my hair a trim because it's going to help protect that new hair. You've got a new end on your hair now, so you want to protect that and hope that it doesn't get any split ends. And this protein, you don't want to use too much of it because protein can actually dry out your hair, so make sure you're doing the moisture and sealing when you do use this. I would use this right before I seal, but after I moisturize. So this is another big thing. This is my all-time favorite product. It's like the #1 thing that I think will help your hair grow. You need to go get this. Alright guys, so I hope those tips were helpful for you. If you do have any more questions about my hair or about what I do, my routine, anything like that, feel free to leave them in the comments below because I'll definitely be able to answer those for you if I can. And I think that'll be it for this video, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!
We have fallen down again tonight. In this world it's hard to get it right.